Now here's a great question. Could we have solved for the present value using the compound interest formula? Absolutely, because we know that A equals P1 plus I to the n. If we wanted to solve for that P, we would just divide both sides by 1 plus I to the power of n. We already know this formula. We've seen it before. Present value equals future value, or A, divided by 1 plus I to the power of n. So yeah, absolutely, we could have used algebra. But this snazzy new tool that we know from the TVM Solver will help us do these sort of calculations quicker. Let's move on to example 3. Agnes and Bill are musicians. They have researched the costs of setting up a small recording studio. They estimate that $52,000 will pay for the soundproofing, recording equipment, and the computer hardware and software that they will need. They plan to set up a studio in 5 years and have invested money at 7.5% compounded quarterly to save for it. How much should they invest? What should their initial investment be? So what we want to do is we want to solve for present value. How much interest will they earn over the term of their investment? Okay, so we want to use our sum int. You can save the future value minus the present value. We can do that, but just to highlight how awesome our TVM Solver is, we're going to be using the sum int formula. So, what I like to do is I like to start out with the compounding period. So we know that it's compounded quarterly. So I'm just going to fill this in 4 and 4, because that helps me figure out what my n is. So our n is 4 compounding periods per year times 5 years. So we know that that's going to be 20. The percent or the interest as a percent is going to be 7.5. The present value, we don't know that. So we're going to put a dot by it because we're going to solve for it. There are no additional payments being made, so we're going to put it at 0. And we know that they need $52,000. Now again, the money in future value is going to come back to them. So their present value is going to be negative. But do not fear. We know why that is. So when I put this into my TVM Solver, and I'm going to go my way to the TVM Solver, but you might have a different way. So I'm going to put 20. I can say 4 times 5, but I know it. 7.5. Enter. We're going to come back to this PV. PMT stays at 0, and our future value is 52,000. And look at that, our PYs and CYs are the same from the last question. So I'm going to go up to my PV, and I'm going to go alpha, enter. And I see that the value here is going to be negative $35,863.35. So that is exactly what I'm going to put in here. Negative 35, 863. 35. Perfect. So how much should they invest? They should invest $35,863.35. That is our A question. What about our B? This is literally how easy it is, guys. Sum int open bracket 1, 20. And again, this sum interest formula uses the current values that are placed in our TVM Solver. So we need to make sure that the information, like you can't go back to this question with having different values in your TVM Solver and come out with the right answer. So you have to ensure that your TVM Solver has the current question's data in it. I'm just going to go to print. I'm just going to clear. And I'm going to go second finance. You might go to apps and then finance. And I'm not going to go to the TVM Solver, but I'm going to go to the sum int. I'm going to say 1, 20, enter. Look at that, I have $16,136.64. That's how much interest. Boom. And I've finished that question.